Okay, so 3 essentials. My name is Donte Harris, and 3 is a number of completion. And I think that there are always essential things to help you get from where you are today to where you're going tomorrow, or where you have a target. I don't like to use the word goal because it's so singular. But a target, if you hit it or you get close to where you want to go, you can always true up the things and true up your aim so that your aim is even better the next time around. So, Danny.
It's really good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks. Danny Torres is a great friend of mine, right? I've known Danny for about 5 years, probably more. We do life together. And I think that Danny is an extremely successful local business owner here in Miami, Florida. I trust his voice in my life, and I trust his guidance. And so I wanted him to be my first guest with 3 essentials. And so, Danny, first, before we can get to what are 3 essentials that you need for success, I want you to tell me what your definition of success is.
Wow. That's a good one. Great
question. That was a mouthful. I feel like I was talking for like 20 minutes.
That was a great question.
Right
and thank you for having me. I'm honored to be the first guest, by the way. And 3 is my favorite number. So this is really interesting. I think I would define success as that feeling of fulfillment that you find. We define success usually in the financial aspects.
Right.
A lot of people define success in their family situation, like I'm a good parent, my kids are doing okay.
Yeah.
And so everybody's definition is going to be a little different. And for me, it's really just that sense of feeling of fulfillment.
Okay.
And so if I had to pick the 3 elements.
Yeah. Okay. So fulfillment, right? What are the 3 essentials that you need to feel fulfilled? Yeah,
and in no particular order, because I would hate to get them wrong. I think I'm going to say community.
Okay.
Whether it's our faith-based community or it's an organization that you belong to, that you're doing community work. But I think community in general, as humans, we need community.
Yeah, life is life. We're not meant to do life alone.
Not at all. And so to the extent that I feel that I am a contributing human to the community and to my specific community, and as you know, I'm a member of my faith-based community in my church and this and that. And that is really essential to me. Like that has to be top priority and would always be there. I think I'm going to say family, number 2.
Okay.
I come from a very close-knit, traditional Puerto Rican, Latin community, family. And so, I have the blessing of having grown up with both my parents, and they're still married after 50 some years.
That's beautiful, man.
It's a really interesting thing. And I think that has been a really huge contributing factor to my sense of fulfillment that we define as success.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to say 3 is just doing things I'm passionate about. Because that also drives that sense of fulfillment. I've had my fair share of jobs that I've hated. And
I used to work at a hardware store.
Yeah, there you go. And you do it for the paycheck. And there are seasons in your life that you sometimes have to do some work that you're not super happy about because of that paycheck. Because we all have responsibilities. But if you can actually do work that you enjoy with people that you enjoy, and then you can share that benefit and reap the benefits of that with your family, that would be my definition of success.
Now, I like that. I love that, actually. And I think the first 2 things, and this is what I got, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here.
Go for it, man.
Like with your community and then also with your family, like you're around people, so you receive it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So like to get fulfilled, right? I'm focusing on the second part of that word, filled. You have people pouring into you, 100%. And you're also pouring into other people, which is essentially helping you to grow. And you can't teach people what you don't already know, and you can't learn unless you have people around you to either guide you or to learn lessons with you, right? And then stepping into your third point, it's like, okay, now that I've been filled out, like now I want to pour out. Yeah. I really want to like impact other people. And I think a lot of what we go through in our lives and in society today, it's so singularly focused on ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
So I love the idea of having people around, having people on the journey with you, having people to do life with, having people to learn from and learn with, so that essentially, like, success, you're learning to pour out.
Yeah.
You're receiving to give.
Yeah.
And that's like a good wheel to be on.
Yeah.
Right? Like the wheel of life is like, okay, I gave, I received.
Yeah.
I reaped, I sowed.
Yeah.
I poured out, I was poured into.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
That would have been my fourth one. Learning and teaching would have been my fourth.
Really?
I enjoy teaching.
Well, it's only three, Danny.
I know. But it's funny what you said about pouring, right? A very smart man once told me that a garden hose is used to carry water from one point to the next and to water the plants. But in the process, it's going to get wet. And so
I didn't see that coming right there. I like that.
And so as you're pouring out, and speaks to generosity, speaks to everything, as you're pouring out, you're also getting wet and you're receiving as well. And so I think that part of community has to be really top of mind all the time.
See, I look at success and I think content.
Yeah.
Right? And content is like a peaceful happiness.
Yes.
And that's what success is to me. Like when I go home, I want to be peaceful and happy in my home. I want to be peaceful and happy in my office. I want to be peaceful and happy in my relationships. And when that is disturbed, that's when I'm like, okay, like what do I need to change? What do I need to alter so that I can get to that?
Yeah.
And I think it's good to just focus on like three things. Like there's three things that you can do every day that makes you feel accomplished. Whether and I put that on my Instagram all the time, like 3 musts for the day.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I'm doing this, this, and this.
Yeah.
I think I got to call mom and dad at some point today.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me knock that out. And I know I'm going to be blessed by that conversation. I know I'm going to be checking something off. I'm very task oriented.
Know that.
And it helps me so much. But I think if you don't know where you're going and the steps to get you there, it's going to be hard to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like this is 3 things that help you get to your goal of being successful.
Yeah.
And again, like it's going to be different for everybody, but just understanding, okay, this is what success is, and I want to know what the 3 things that I need to accomplish are in order to get there. Danny, man, I appreciate you for coming on, dog.
Thank you for having me. It's so much fun.
God, I love you.
Love you, brother.
You're so handsome.
No, not as much as you.
Teresa's she's so lucky.
She is.
Oh, man. Holler at me, man. Next time, figure out what your 3 essentials are.